I've got a temper I've been trying to control all my life.
I wanna kill somebody. I wanna kill somebody. Got a list class as my arm, and all the people that I wanna harm. Hey, you know the funny thing is, there's not a single person on that list, not one soul on that list. Kill somebody. I wanna kill somebody. Tickles and goes and the lies they say, bring the whole enemy down upon their unworthy heads.
How long it's been since I held a gun in my hand?
Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning in bile. Forgiving and forgetting are just not my style. I wanna kill somebody. I wanna kill somebody. Rolling clouds against the stain of my mind will get worse.
I'll shove this grenade down your throat and pull the pin.
I can't contain this rage. Why should I contain this rage?
Somebody. That was Grimetime on Radio Weirdo, and I'm back at the kitchen table again. So, hooray, hello to you all, and thank you for listening. For those of you who have been avidly supporting and enduring, I should say, Radio Weirdo these last couple of months, you'll know that sporadically I've been lauding it up from Eat Music Radio studio just down the road from where my kitchen is, and I've actually been broadcasting once a week from a radio studio proper with engineers who know what they're doing and twiddle with knobs and stuff, and not this kind of like tin pot affair which I've got tangled up Heath Robinson-esque in front of me. Anyway, for one reason or another, and with also special thanks to Berlin's Radio On and Aid Shepherd in particular, who this may be being broadcast out on at the moment. And so thank you to that. So once again, I'm back at the kitchen table, and the ever so squeaky stool, which I don't think squeaked half as much the last time I done a YouTube Radio Weirdo broadcast. Anyway, kicking things off, you can tell I'm rather excited, can't you? Kicking things off, that was Grimetime and Kill Somebody from about 20 years ago, I think, 1993, just to show off that I can do what 20 years ago was. And I played that not only because I like it, really, actually, who needs another reason, but also because I've noticed that in the last couple of years there's been I never knew that many people were fans of the Cravats, the Shen's initial band. But there seems to be, Cravats mania going on right now, and rightly so. Also, I see online that there seems to be quite a bit of interest in one of the Shen's other bands, The Very Things. So maybe there's a reformation on the cards there. Grimetime, however, is another story. Not so many people seem to know about them, so I'm here to set the record straight. I shall do the same with the Shen's other band, or one of his other bands, DCL Locomotive, at a later date. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. It's a great tune to hear if you're seething about something. Okay, so let's change the mood a little, and this is another one probably from a similar kind of era. I'm not sure, I'll check up on that, but a lovely tune from a lovely band. This is That Dog and One Summer Night.
See me. He sat in the quad across from me. He asked my opinions about his short stories. It was flattering. Showed up at my window that one hot summer night, and I made him leave.
Spooky. That was indeed from that same year as the first track I played you. That was That Dog and One Summer Night from snaffled from a Peel session from 1993. And I don't feel guilty about that. Obviously I do, because I'm protesting my innocence, but I don't feel too guilty about that because I did actually buy their debut album, also called That Dog, which came out I think the same year, and that track actually wasn't on there, so you know I don't feel too guilty about playing it to you. But I hope you enjoyed that. I loved it. That was That Dog, and the only band I can think of off the top of my head whose lineup featured two triplets. I'd love to know if there's any other band that could boast such a membership. Now, unfortunately, because this broadcast isn't actually going out live, but will be going out for whenever you fancy, actually, on YouTube, and also broadcast on Radio On. Some of the information I'm going to give you, in fact, maybe all of the information I'm going to give you, depends when you listen to it, actually, will be sorely out of date. But I'm desperately doing this in the hopes that I can get this up and running soon enough to catch some people who are able to go to these real proper punk rock and DIY type events, because sadly I wasn't able to broadcast on Eat Music Radio yesterday due to great big technical hiccups which were very much beyond our control, which was a great pity. So I wasn't actually able to, for example, advertise the gig that was actually happening around the corner that very evening with Creepshow, the Surfing Birds and the Waterboarders. There was no Breakout were playing, as poor old guitarist Jim has slipped a disc, poor blighter. He, among other ensembles such as Guns Under the Table. Who are they playing? Wait a minute, Guns Under the Table. Ooh, I saw they're playing at some event coming up, I think in September. Was it the Plymouth Punks Picnic? I can't remember. I'll check on that when I'm playing the next track. Anyway, so get well soon, Jim. He also is the chap responsible for recording the Bus Station and his Midget Gems album, but don't hold that against him. We all make a mistake. So rest up and get well soon, Jim. This weekend of this recording is seeing like some really some fantastic decent 3-day, sadly clashing events, festivals throughout the country. They being the world famous Fuck Reading Festival in London, which is running from Friday the 23rd straight through to Sunday the 25th. That took some working out, of August. That's the month we're in, 2013, the year. Anyway, Fuck Reading, which is taking place tonight, being Friday the 23rd, all through the weekend, at T Chances, or Chances, that I keep amusingly calling it, in Tottenham High Road. And the weekend features 60 bands. It's 25 quid for all 3 days, or £10 per day. You don't get your wristbands or whatever in advance, you just turn up and you pays, which it sort of sorts out a lot of hassle, doesn't it, really, actually. But I mean, what a spiffing weekend. Wish I could be there. It's a very good weekend as a rule anyway, actually. But tonight on Friday 23rd, you've got Ephemeral Fetus, Sick Pig, 53rd, Decadent Few, Head Jam, the Restarts, the Griswolds, Wonk Unit, Slug, Captain Hot Knives, a whole load more. Tomorrow on the Saturday, Cop on Fire, The Vile, Vox Populi, Bogus Gasman, Coitus, Cyanide, the most brilliantly named band I've just come across for a long time. They win a good prize. They're called Diagnosis Bastard. Brilliant, complete with question mark and exclamation mark. Worth going to see that. I've never heard of them before, actually, but I want to. So I'll take a look out and see if they've got anything available to play. What a name. Sunday the 25th, Fuck Reading, you got Inner Terrestrials, I Like Bugs, AOS3, Piston Arrival, Spat and the Electric Puffs, and that's all over the whole weekend in Tottenham High Road at Chances. Also this same weekend are the Blythe Power Ashes, which, as well as the cricket match that takes place and the camping, there's balloon rides, tug of war, ukulele workshop, scavenger hunt, and of course bands and acts featuring Attila the Stockbroker, Wob, Dr. Bongo, Alcohol Licks, Blythe Power, of course, Verbal Warning, Asbo Derrick, The Lying Scotsman, that's not what I like, Project Adorno, Rob Johnson, Anal Beard, Monkish, Refuse / all, or Refuse Stroke all, or Refuse Oblique all, or just Refuse all, and the Astronauts, who will no doubt be stealing the buffet. As for the other event of this whole weekend, I shall tell you a bit more about it after this next song. I think it's about time that we got another session band on Radio Weirdo. For those of you that don't know, this is something I offer from these kitchen tabletop broadcasts. Well, not actually offer, I plea. If you are in a band and you fancy recording, I don't know, a sort of like a kind of EP's worth of tracks for the show, I will gladly plonk you in for a session one time. It's like the old John Peel programmes of old, really. So far we've only actually had one band in session which was Anal Beard, and mighty fine it was too, and as is this. I'll read you a little bit more about the story behind this after this first track. Do you remember the Chineapple Punks, Haywire, Minute Manifesto? Well, some members of all three of those bands became Hole in the Head, and this is the first track from them in session. This is Understand This.
Understand this!
Much as I can understand and appreciate the initial backlash against the self-indulgence of a lot of prog rock, some of these punk bands hardly give you time, as a DJ, they hardly give you time to nip off and go to the toilet, do they? I'm going to play another one by Hole in the Head, just simply because I enjoyed that one so much, actually, but I want to play another one because we've got a few of them to be treasuring later on. So this is the second from Hole in the Head, and Rise and Fall. That's more like it. That was the second from this edition of Radio Weirdo Sessions Band. Hole in the Head, that's Hole with a W at the beginning, and Rise and Fall, and that was preceded by Understand This. And with a special thanks to Nath from Hole in the Head, who basically got in touch with me and proffered the session tracks to me, because despite the fact that Hole in the Head, sadly they played their last gig in July of 2010, but they had an unreleased record. Basically there was a bit of a catalogue of disasters where they were originally meant to be releasing it as a split 7-inch with War All the Time, but then it didn't happen, and then they were going to be doing it as a split on Xandor Records with Anxiety Attack from Bolton, who then split up. Then it was going to be on the same label, Xander, with there's some fantastic names out there. A band from Galway called Only Fumes and Corpses, but they apparently weren't happy with their own recording, so again that was the third project with Hole in the Head that was scuppered. Then Hello Bastards from London, who are playing in Wrexham at the Dirty Weekend next month, beginning of September, among plenty of others. Anyway, Hello Bastards appeared, and Hole in the Head looked for a label to release it. KBD from France were going to do it, and it was going to be a 4-way LP. Anyway, cut the long story short, which I haven't, it just never saw the light of day. So obviously in sheer desperation, and I'm much very indebted to you, Nath, it's ended up as a Radio Weirdo exclusive. Anyway, I've been thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope you do too, and there'll be more tracks coming up in a little bit. And will you looky here what plopped through my letterbox only the other day. The banner heading above the banner heading. What we're talking about anyway. Do it with passion or not at all. Man after my own heart. Rob sent me the latest issue of Positive Creed zine, which I did mention in an earlier Radio Weirdo, and already issue 19 has come out, this time with a bit of a added extra, a CD sampler, which describes itself as free, which indeed it is, because Positive Creed is still a mere £1. And I love getting fanzines anyway, because I think it's hooray. It's a little bit like vinyl, in so much as I never, in my usual kind of like mindless optimism, I never believed that vinyl would die a death, and I don't believe that of the printed word in the form of, you know, solid fanzines either. I've gone on about that enough, but very well worth getting, and it's good to see these zines are still going strong. Positive Creed issue 19. Always extra interesting reviews in Positive Creed. It kicks off with an interview with Nat from Ugly Love zine. It's very nice seeing, you know, a zine writer interviewing a zine writer, which is wonderful. And there's also lots of reviews. There's interviews with Clara from The Pukes, again, who we played before. Dell from Peter and the Test Tube Babies. Ray Gange, Rude Boy roadie for The Clash from the film in 1980. I haven't actually read that review yet, or interview rather. And Duncan Reed as well. And added to that as well, on top of that, like I said, you get the free CD sampler, which is chock-a-block, 26 tracks, including Sense of Humour, The Absolute Zeros. Wow, I haven't heard anything from them for ages. Mouth, Nat from Ugly Love's band. Dave Parsons, he of Sham 69, The Flu Sniffers, No Choice, Pog, System of Hate, The Domestics, Obsessive Compulsive. I could go on, and I usually do. Get it before it deservedly will sell out. Positive Creed fanzine, PO Box 777, that's Exeter, EX1 9TU in England, or email robstone1977 at gmail.com. Several moons ago, I done a gig with a band from Brighton called Turning Green. I used to receive very regular, updated, very jovial and informative emails from them. I think possibly a year or so before the emergence of good old MySpace and Facebook and that sort of thing. But anyway, and then all of a sudden there was silence. Didn't know what had happened to them. I really liked the band, and I remember after the gig I got hold of their album, which was called Heavy Petal. And with it, either with it came, or did they sell it separately, I'm not sure, but was like a kind of very anonymous, blank looking demo CD with no track listing or anything like that at all. I just think it just had a little sticker stuck on the actual the CD itself. And that particular, I actually preferred the demo to the album. The album was good, but I much preferred the demo. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, I wanted to play the first track from the demo CD for you, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I found their album. It's one of those things that's just gone. So, you know, and it wasn't on YouTube, and it wasn't on all those other kind of things. But eventually I did find it, a track, wonderfully, and just to get it out of my own system, really, quite selfishly, really, I'm going to play it to you now. This is, I didn't even know what the track was called, actually. I thought it was called Take a Look at the Platform or the Waveform or something, but it's not. As far as I can tell, it's called Chameleon, and it's by Turning Green.
and I'm going to suck her energy dry. And what she's leaning on, oh, it's attached to the sky. I'm going to pluck her symmetry. And no, she don't know, 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 she don't know. I'll turn the feeling on, oh, she can't see my disguise. It's like a cloak of wizardry. I've got my wand and I know when she looks in my eyes, she's going to fall so easily. And no, she don't know, 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 she don't know. I'm a chameleon, she's a comedian, and I'm going to suck her energy. Take a look at the waveform. Take a look at the waveform. Take a look at the platform I'm standing on. Take a look at the platform. Take a look at the platform. Take a look at the life form I'm standing on. And what she's leaning on, oh, it's attached to the sky. She's going to poke me hard in the eye, and oh, it hurts and I know how it feels to be blind. She's going to suck my energy. And now I know, now I know, now I know, now I know, now I know how she feels. I'm a chameleon, she's a comedian, and she's going to suck my energy. Take a look at the waveform. Take a look at the waveform. Take a look at the platform I'm standing on. Take a look at the platform. Take a look at the platform. Take a look at the life form I'm standing on. Take a look at the platform. Take a look at the platform. Take a look at the life form I'm standing on.
Turning Green and Chameleon, and I love that song. I love that song. So if anyone can tell me what's happened to Turning Green from Brighton, I would love to know. And indeed, I'd also love to know what happened to my CD as well. But never mind. Found the track I wanted to play you. Someone who is fast becoming a regular contributor to Radio Weirdo, and very grateful I am for it too, is Mark Ayling. Have played a couple of his tracks before, and he's very kindly sent some more. This is from an album of Mark's called Memories and Ghosts, and this song is called Tragically Shit. Not that that has any reflection on this programme, of course.
so far from the underground. True rebel without a clue, I just can't stand to be a part of this scene you say is cool. For teenage angst to disguise a fashion statement overall. See yourself as someone else, 70s, 80s in reverse, where the disguise and play the part she used to play when you were safe in the knowledge when you thought that you would be the next big thing. Now all that's left is just a shell and another bottle in support slots. La 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 la. Among the tragically shit, stand in line or disappear and join the rebel faction sneers, unconditioned to the dirge with your generic lazy surge, blind acceptance, public votes reproduced as the same few notes.
That was the haunting, the brilliant, and the certainly far from tragically or shit, Mark Ayling. Thank you very much for that, Mark, and there's more where that came from, hopefully, that's for sure. Now, when I was trying to have a look the other day at giggles that were coming up over the next week or so, I happened to stumble upon information about a gig that I hitherto knew absolutely naught about at all. So I'm very excited about the fact I found out about this, because it is happening on my very own doorstep, almost but not quite literally. It's at the Fortescue in Plymouth's Mutley Plain on Friday the 30th of August, and it's Two Sick Monkeys, Johnny Love, These Creeps, and a band completely new to me, Suck My Culture, who are a local Plymouth-based five-piece, and I'm delighted I've got a track to play for you now from them, and this is by Suck My Culture, and it's called Suck My Culture.
It can be wrong, it must be right. So come on, baby,
That's the sort of thing that gets me really excited, is actually accidentally, stumbling upon a band, a new punkin band on your very own doorstep. And that was Suck My Culture and Suck My Culture, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing them playing alongside These Creeps, Johnny Love and the wonderful Two Sick Monkeys this Friday the 30th of August at the Fortescue Cellar Bar in Plymouth. And also, if you don't happen to be quite as far down south as Plymouth this Friday the 30th, but you are near the English Riviera of Torquay, then you could do a lot worse than to visit Ryan's Bar in Abbey Road in Torquay, as Joy Disorder, I can nearly say that, brilliant Joy Division covers band, are playing again at Ryan's Bar this Friday the 30th. Now, I was going to be playing a track that has just kind of hit the waves, or the sort of airwaves of the wonderful World Wide Web, simply because it's a track that I'm glad it's come out, but I can't really bring myself to enthuse that much about it. Maybe it will grow on me, I don't know, but I'm afraid I'm teasing you terribly, because I'm not actually going to play this track right now, simply because it's a cover version, and it's not like I'm usually that much of a stick in the mud when it comes to cover versions, because I often love them. I mean, let's face it, I've built something of a dubious, cheesy career on them, so I don't know. I have feelings about it, but I will I'm going to be rotten, and I am teasing you terribly, because I will play this particular track on my broadcast on my radio Weirdo, I forgot the name of it then, broadcast on Eat Music this Thursday, simply because it's a cover version, and I would really like to see them paid royalties for it, which of course they will be if it's broadcast there, which I'm afraid they won't if it's broadcast here. Instead of which, I mentioned These Creeps a minute ago, and I owe them this. Actually, I'm going to play a track from perennial radio weirdo faves, These Creeps, because the last time I played a track of theirs, I didn't actually credit it to them. I thought it was another band. I got very confused. It does happen occasionally, but this is definitely These Creeps, and this is from their Bigger Problems EP, and they're playing this Friday, like I said, and this is Down Your Neck.
take it anymore. A man who stood up against the scum, the cunts, the dogs, the filth, the shit. Here is someone who stood up. Here is...
Is this love? Or is this war? Do you care? Let me know more. Is this love? Or is this war? Do you care? Let me know. I swear we're only happy when I got new keys. Now I can't. Now I can't. Now I'm fucking. I swear we're only happy when I got new keys. Now I can't. Now I can't. Now I'm fucking sick.
The ever wonderful These Creeps and Down Your Neck from their Bigger Problems EP, and it actually, for a change, it was them. I wasn't playing something else after all. Okay, time for another. Let's play another couple. Actually, I'm once bitten, twice shy here from our Radio Weirdo session band of this particular edition, and this is Hole in the Head and Jornada del Muerto. Hole in the Head and Jornada del Muerto, and I know I promised you two on the trot, but I don't know about you, but I needed a bit of a breather. So this is another one from Hole in the Head, and bear with me because I've just longed. Oh, here we go. Right, I've got it now. And there's another one from Hole in the Head in session, and it's very exciting. This and Fight Them Back. You know, at this rate, I might just be able to, for the first time ever, get more tunes per gallon this edition of Radio Weirdo than I've ever done before. That is special thanks to Nath and to Alan and to the rest of the now sadly no longer active Hole in the Head, but they're active. They're active here on your laptop and in your ears and on whatever you're listening to this on. So yeah, they're still in our hearts and our ears. They're still going strong. That was Hole in the Head, our session band, and the fourth from them today, and Fight Them Back. And there'll be two more that I shall play before this show is out. Brilliant. Right, while I'm catching my breath and going through my notes, actually I've just got a couple of notes here which I'll get in quickly because it will soon be out of date. There's a couple of gigs going on this coming Saturday, the 31st of August, both in London. One on the north side of the river at the Camden Underworld, which is going on from 5 p.m. to 8:15, but I think there's surely some mistake there. But anyway, that is I mean one of my favourite punk bands from the 80s, The Blood. And they're playing with, what a lineup, it's The Blood, and they're playing with Crashed Out and Jeffrey Oicott and the Cad and Headstone Horrors. I don't know how much it is to get him. well worth it, whatever it is. So that's at the Camden World this Saturday, the 31st of August, and on south of the river, at the lovely Grosvenor in Sydney Street in Stockwell, 8 p.m. until 11:30, and it's only a £5, and that is for the System and the Astronauts and the Bin Raiders. So both promise to be fantastic gigs. It just makes you want to do the splits, doesn't it, really? Anyway, I'm not going to play a track from either the Blood or the System, because I can be a bit mean like that sometimes. But instead of which, I'm going to play you a track that it's a devil of a job to find anything by this bunch. I searched and searched online, and it's a bit of a task and a half, to put it politely. But from the same era as the Blood and the System of the early 80s, I think in this case we're talking 1983, maybe at a push 4. Don't know, I'll have a check. And it's a band that's kind of disappeared into real obscurity. A band from Down Under in Australia, and I was very glad to have unearthed this eventually. It was a bit of a bleeding mission, to be honest with you. Anyway, this is I, Spartacus, and Donna is Distressed.
She lives on breaking hearts. Donna is in
real old obscure blast from the past there. That was, I'm sorry, I said Spartacus, but it should be I'm Spartacus, which of course will encourage a whole barrage of retaliation. And Donna is Distressed. Don't really know much more about them. I did. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't at all. Who am I trying to kid? I'll just try and find out a bit more about them anyway. Please get in touch and let me know. While I'm having a bit of a blast from the past, I was seriously having a quick shufty at some other bands that I could play that are kind of, not already that available onto net, who may not be, that new anymore. And I've got one here which I was going to save for the oft-threatened midlife crisis section, but what the heck, let's give it a bit of a mixed bag treatment. And this is a band I'd been meaning to play to you before, but again, I don't think this is available that readily. But it's very much a blast from my past again. I'm going back again to the early 90s. What a sad edition this is. And nothing sad about this bunch, though. This was the wonderful Persecution Complex, who I was very fortunate to play a lot of gigs with around about 1994, I think, and this is my favourite track of theirs. Please excuse the hiss, but I'm sure you don't mind that anyway, because this is from their demo tape, which is called Our Problem Number 1, and this was the final track on said demo tape, and the track is called D.S.S.
Cross-examining my reasons for living. I only ask her if you
another selfish track to, self-indulgent track really, to give me the tingles, but I hope it did you too. That was Persecution Complex from that golden age of 1994, and D.S.S. from their one and only, as far as I know, demo tape, Our Problem Number 1. And if I'm not much mistaken, in about a half a dozen years following that, the Grover sisters, who were part of Persecution Complex, had dabblings with Boy George. I'm being a bit vague about that because I can't really remember too many details, but I do know that they since are now both involved, ex-Persecution members are now involved in a band who are called the Murder Barn, and describe themselves as being dangerous and wandering around East London. So you can find them on in all the usual avenues, and also on www.themurderbarn.com. So that was Persecution Complex, and with special thanks to Cheska and Becca. And while we're on the midlife crisis subject, next in store, among plenty of others, should be Psyche. Sadly, all good things must draw to a close, but also so too must Radio Weirdo. I can't believe I've been talking at you for nearly a whole hour. Like I said earlier, oh hang on, I'm only coming out of one speaker. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is how Tin Pot things can be. I'll see if I can remedy that before I put it out to you. But in the meantime, it doesn't matter. As long as you got one ear, then it's all right. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm talking into the right one. Okay. Yeah, as I said earlier, I should be trying to make more of a habit of getting a YouTube out on the airwaves via what am I talking about? Ruptured. No. I'll just play another song. Here's another one from Hole in the Head. Capitalism for Beginners, brought to you from the Radio Weirdo session band of this particular edition, that is Hole in the Head. And I just realised I never actually said to you earlier on where this year's Blythe Power Ashes were taking place, which it's a bit academic now because it doesn't matter because it's over. It's near Peterborough anyway. I hope they had a thoroughly good weekend by the comments and rumours and feedback I've been seeing. They indeed did, as also was the case with Fuck Reading and Three Chords Festival down near Penzance in Cornwall. Please do keep me posted and pestered on all kinds of DIY, underground and alternative type events that are going on in your neck of the woods, because if it doesn't get brought out with sort of lack of information on here, I'll do the same on Eat Music Radio and any other station that's desperate enough to have me. Thank you so much for listening and getting thus far. I hope there have been things that tickled your fancy. If you have something fancy that you wish to tickle people with, please do let me know. Best way to get in touch with me is either via the Facebook page, just plonk in Radio Weirdo, or email me chris_wilshire@btinternet.com, and that should do the trick. And I will gladly, always on the lookout for session bands, always on the lookout for tracks to play. If you've got something you want us to plug, any kind of release or anything that's going on, please do let us know. Okay, well, drawing to a close, okay, yeah, and I did actually, with thanks to Lilidollrage, who I played a track of them quite recently, and they sent me a lovely CD through the post from Lille in France, and so I'm just about to play a track of theirs. And I also must mention that I can now officially say that the Plymouth Punks Picnic is taking place from the 20th till the 22nd of September 2013, as is, slightly frustratingly, the North London Punks Picnic is taking place the same weekend as well. I think they used to hold their Punks Picnic in May, so obviously they've gone to the other extreme, hoping for what would be possibly better weather. Certainly a good lineup. I haven't got the information in front of me, but I do know that Eastfield are playing. This is the North London Punks Picnic, and Cress, Active Minds, I think. I haven't got it all in front of me. That's rubbish, isn't it? I'll try and find this out while I play this next track by Lilidollrage. So this is from an 8-track CD of theirs. I played a track of theirs last week, which I loved, and this is the title track of their CD, Horror Songs, and this song is called Horror Song. Vive la Duo. That's another mighty two-piece, which they, as I've said before, they do seem to be springing up all over the place, and mighty fine they are too. That's Serge and Sandra, also known as Lilidollrage, and with special thanks to them for sending that track, and huge big thanks to you for listening to this latest Radio Weirdo. Anything you want to send in, go on Facebook, plonk in Radio Weirdo, or email me at chris_wilshire@btinternet.com, and aiming to please, always a part of this wonderful world of DIY and alternative type music. Anyway, it has been a pleasure, a haphazard pleasure, but that's the way it's always going to be. So send in any information and news that you want to, and I'll be sure to get it slightly wrong. Anyway, final nod here now to our last from Hole in the Head and our last track of this edition of Radio Weirdo. There's so much more I wanted to play to you, or for you even, actually, or at you, but it just ain't enough hours in the day. Hopefully next time, anyway, there'll be more. Thank you very much, and this is the last one from Hole in the Head, and I'll also try and do my best to get this chair oiled. Anyway, thanks a lot. Have yourself a good time. See you again very soon. And this is the very aptly titled from Hole in the Head, our session band. Many thanks to them. And Head Kicked In.
Who fucking loves it now, eh? When was that wheelbarrow.